So the City of London are doing a public consultation on gender identity. They want to ensure that their services do not discriminate. They'd like to hear from all interested groups as part of the consultation. They have a survey, and I'm an interested group, and I do indeed go to the City of London on occasion. So I think I better fill it out. So about you. That's me. In what capacity are you answering this consultation? As a relevant expert in respect to gender identity, a representative of a specific organisation, an individual member of the public? Well, I would say I'm a relevant expert in respect to gender identity, actually. If you tick the relevant expert option, please tell us about your qualifications as an expert in this field. 5 years of constant anti-feminist shitposting. Okay. Gender identity, basic principles. Looking at your views on gender identity to begin with, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? A person may come to feel that their gender is different from that assigned to them at birth. Disagree. Sex is observed at birth. Gender is a negotiation with society by the individual. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? A person who consistently identifies an gender which is different to the one they were assigned at birth... We're just assuming that I agree with your previous question, are we? Should be accepted by society in their stated gender identity. Yeah, I do actually agree. I'm soft-hearted liberal still. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? A person who consistently identifies an gender which is different to the one they were assigned at birth... Stop saying that. Should be able to access services commonly provided to the gender with which they now identify. I don't even know how I feel about the trans bathroom issue, to be honest. I honestly can see the argument both ways. And I know there are going to be people on either side who are like, the other side is completely wrong. So I'm just going to go neither agree nor disagree. I honestly don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I should have an answer to that, really, shouldn't I? You'd think after all this time I would have an answer, but I don't. Access to city corporation services. Where access to particular services or facilities is restricted by gender, the City Corporation has it in mind that the restriction should relate to the gender with which the service user consistently identifies now, regardless of the gender they were assigned at birth. Yes, but they must be making a demonstrable effort to become the gender they have chosen. None of this "I am a man in a wig" bullshit. If this policy were adopted, what safeguards, if any, do you believe the City Corporation should put in place to preserve the dignity of all service users? Is it your job to preserve people's dignity? Okay. For example, at swimming facilities, should changing areas have individual cubicles to allow users to dress unseen by others? Well, I'm sure there are plenty of people who prefer that anyway. And where toilets are offered on gender-neutral basis, should urinals be removed and any individual stalls be made available? How do I feel about this? I mean, I don't care. Like, I just don't give a shit. Have urinals or stalls. Either is fine. Do you support or oppose the following proposal? The City Corporation proposes not asking service users to provide proof of their gender identity at single-gender services and facilities, but rely on each service to self-identify their gender. Okay, what proof exactly can they provide? What... I guess I have to ask... Yeah. I don't know. Well, the City Corporation provides services or facilities accessed according to the gender of the service user, for example, male and female public lavatories. It should consider adapting those facilities to be gender neutral, able to be used anyone... Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know why they don't. It just seems like it would solve a lot of problems if they were just... These are the toilets, there's like 10 cubicles. Just use a cubicle? Or just... I don't fucking know. I don't care, really. Holy shit. Please provide any further comments you would like to make about this consultation below. This will affect less than 1% of the population, so please bear that in mind when you are spending millions in taxpayer money. Oh, a little more about me. Do I identify as... I prefer to use another term, which is... Obviously, Your Majesty, if I could spell it correctly. Is your gender now the same as the gender you were assigned at birth? I wasn't assigned a gender at birth. I was identified as being male. And because I'm a male, when I was growing up in society, I decided to adopt the gender role of man. Because it happens to fit really well with my gender, with my sex. But, I mean, I guess I'm going to click yes. Do I identify as trans? No, not today. Do I consider myself disabled? Well, I do have non-white ancestry. Sexual orientation. Do I identify as German? What is my current age? Never ask a lady that. Do I describe my race or ethnicity as other? Sovereign citizen. Of which of the country am I a citizen? Other. Well, actually, United Kingdom. Do I consider myself to be... I'm non-religious, cucks. You're welcome. You're so very welcome.